Greetings, everybody. Here's a message for the ladies. Coming straight from a man, right? That does his very best with what he has every day to show up and to embody what it means to be a true man here in this day and age. My desire behind this video is to bring your attention to the fact that most men these days are doing the best they can with what they have. You know, like society as a whole is very confused, right? Medias, role models, government, everything around us, you know, like it's challenging for men in this day and age to know how to properly behave and how to properly be and how to properly treat women in this world, right? The media, social medias and everything, and like the feminist side. I'm not saying it's good or bad, it just simply is. But understand that there is a lot of confusion and that most men really desire to be good, to do good at the core. But most of us can only do as good as we can with what we've been provided as guidance and teachers and authorities or just embodiment like guides and figures of true masculinities. It's the world in which we live, and oftentimes it's easy to put men down and to tell men that they're not good enough and that they don't know how to be. And that's a big topic of discussion, and I feel like it's important to address it. Because at the end of the day, we're all here learning and growing together as one. And from a man that is walking this path, women, like, it's important to understand that, men are hurt. Like, we've been hurt as much as you guys have. And hurt people naturally will hurt other people. And that's kind of like the dynamic that has been going on for so many years, right? Men don't cry, like, don't feel your emotion, like, all the atrocities that men have had to go through in the past, not knowing any better and following the orders and whatnot without really fully getting in touch with our true nature, the heart, right? The heart of man needs healing. And for y'all, sacred women, sacred embodiment of the divine, the divine feminine energy, hear my voice, hear my message, because we need you, and it's no more a time of war. It's not good or bad, it's not about being better than men or men being better than women. Like, patriarchal society and stuff has created so much wound and so much trouble. But this is thing of the past. Like, only the here and now moment is only present, only ever present. And it's by working together that we will be able to make it better for the future generation, for the children that are gonna come back, right? Like, ladies, it's totally natural to have high standard and envision your optimal partner, what this man looks like. But you need to hold that potential, that frequency, but still keep a soft and open heart to welcome all the broken pieces of man, because God, trust me, there's a lot that we carry and that we don't talk about, and that lives within us, and that we sometimes do things without really understanding why we do these things. And the most dangerous thing is a broken heart, like having being afraid of just being vulnerable and opening up. And if we feel threatened by our partner or by the opposite sex, forget it. Like, this is gonna shut us completely down, and most likely we just are going to continue doing what we've been doing all the time, which is suppressing our emotion, and all that leads to total mayhem, the total destruction of what we see in the world, right? The more repression, like, creates so much tension and so much friction, and eventually it's just gonna explode in whichever kind of ways it has to come out. And most of the time, it's not in the best and most optimal way. So it's totally right to have, like, high standard and a vision of your optimal partner, right? For the man that you want to share your life with. And I encourage y'all to keep that frequency and to start magnetizing that frequency. But it's also important to remember that we don't attract what we want in our life. We attract that which we are. So the partner that comes into your life is a manifestation, is a reflection of the embodied energy that you radiate, right? And that goes both ways, right? And we don't see the world as the world is. We see the world as we are, right? Through the filters of our own perception. So may this video reach the one who needs to hear this message, because men needs healing as much as women. And all the toxic masculinity and everything, it's just, well, it's not just, like, it's a thing in and of itself, but I mean, it's true, healed and whole and integrated masculine energy is essential for the betterment of society, right? And we're so prone to label people and put people in boxes and tag them that's what they are and stuff. This has to stop in one way or another, because the way forward is towards a world that is integrated and united, right? Because there's no good or bad. Everything simply is, and we all do the best we can with what we have, with the level of consciousness at which we are currently, playing at, right? But this is to let you women, powerful being, embodiment of the divine creatrix that you are, to have compassion and to have patience and understanding for everything that men have gone through and that are still going through, right? A lot of us forgot massive parts of ourselves in the past, and now it's about the healing process is about remembering and holding, right? Recollecting the pieces of ourselves that have been trapped and locked in the past. And I'm not only referring to this lifetime, like countless lifetime has happened. Atrocious things that men had to go through and commit, right? Wars and stuff, and like, there's just a whole bunch of stuff, but in the end, like, we are one. Right? And if you really want that partner in your life, understand that you have to become that also. And there can't not be love without truth. And judgment is completely opposite from love. So the more we judge, the more we disconnect ourselves from love. And love is the essence, it's the bonding, it's the glue that connects everything. Okay? So if you really want to, have this life of like purpose and fulfillment and to thrive and to have fun and to feel safe, this is the message, to remember that we are all in this together, and that the more we can stop putting our egos in check and like dropping the war that is inside of us, because what's happening inside of us is also happening outside of us. Okay, so the balance of polarities, the harmonization of energies, that's where we need to place our focus and our attention on, because the more we start doing that, the more we start embodying this frequency of truth, the more rapidly, right, the shift is going to start manifesting in our world. And naturally, you won't have to chase about anything. You'll just magnetize exactly what you need. And the heart of all relationship is communication. Okay? And in order to communicate, we need to feel safe. And this applies to both men and women, right, boys? Like, if your woman doesn't feel safe to just open herself up and like safe enough to not feel judged when she shares her truth with you, right? That's a responsibility we have for each other's, right? And relationships are the basis of all of life, and all of that is connected under the umbrella of love. Okay? So may we remember that we are one, and may we be able to perceive one another through each other, right? We're all reflection, and the more we can open our heart and put our ego and our pride aside and like understand from the heart, not from the mind, understanding, true loving understanding for one another, then we start attracting and anchoring that frequency that the world needs. And the more we start doing so for each and every one of us inside of us, right? It's an internal world. It's an internal work. The internal world create the manifested outside external world, right? The more the shift's going to happen like that. Okay? So may we remember that the true power lies in our willingness to be vulnerable, to open ourselves up, and to share authentically whatever is active inside of us. And feeling our feelings is such a great journey. It's not comfortable, it's not easy. We need guidance, right? It's hard to accomplish anything without having any, teacher or model to follow, right? But we are all here. That's what we agreed to come to accomplish. So if that resonates, if you know somebody who could benefit from hearing this message, please pay it forward, share, message me if you have any question. That's part of the work I do, right? So stay tuned for more.